1971. Here we go. Miss Kentucky! Our second name on the list of finalists is that of Miss Arizona. Next, Miss Pennsylvania. Number 4, Miss Missouri. Number 5, and the last of our finalists, the last girl who has a chance to be Miss USA, is Miss Texas. And here you have our 5 finalists. Congratulations, girls. Kentucky, this is the question I would like to have you answer for our judges. If you could sit down and have a conversation with anyone in the world, with whom would you choose to talk, and what would you talk about?
I think if I had to choose to speak with anyone in the whole world, it'd have to be maybe the President of the United States. I think a lot of times the President is misunderstood, criticized, when as a human being he's probably trying his very best and probably knows facts a lot more than people who give their criticisms. And if I think I could sit down and talk to him and find out, his point of view, I think that I would probably be on his side, and I think everyone would probably agree.
Thank you, Miss Kentucky. Now, would you just take your place on the pedestal? And let's have Miss Missouri. Would you step right out here, please? Right up to this microphone. And the judges are awaiting your answer to this question, Miss Missouri. If you could sit down and have a conversation with anyone in the world, with whom would you choose to talk, and what would you talk about?
If I could sit down and have a conversation with anyone in the world, I think it would probably be Bob Hope. And the reason I'm saying this is because he's been able to travel all over the world and meet so many different kinds of people that I think I could really learn a lot from him.
All right, Miss Missouri, would you please step up on the pedestal? And let's have Miss Pennsylvania, if you please. Will you step right up to this microphone, Miss Pennsylvania? And the question that each of you girls is answering is this. If you could sit down and have a conversation with anyone in the world, with whom would you choose to talk, and what would you talk about?
Well, I'd like to sit down and I'd like to talk with President Nixon because I think President Nixon is one of the greatest men there is, and I'd like to talk to him about his work and how his feelings are towards the United States, and if it's hard for him.
All right, thank you, Miss Pennsylvania. Right up here now. And Miss Florida, will you step right out here, please? I beg your pardon, Miss Arizona, right out here. Yes, I almost caused a riot here, didn't I? Now, Miss Arizona, your question is this. Our judges want to hear your answer to, if you could sit down and have a conversation with anyone in the world, with whom would you choose to talk, and what would you talk about?
Maybe I'd talk with Woody Allen. I think he's a very funny man.
And that's your entire answer?
I just kind of like to learn a few things from him. He seems to have adjusted to the world in a manner that many of us don't. He must have a secret. If I talked to him, maybe I could get a little hint of what it was.
All right, Miss Arizona, would you please step up here? And now, Miss Texas, will you step out here, please? Miss Texas, our judges would like to hear you answer this question. If you could sit down and have a conversation with anyone in the world, with whom would you choose to talk, and what would you talk about?
I believe I'd talk with my father and tell him, thank you, and tell him how
terribly brilliant he's become within the last couple of years of my life since I've been away from home.
All right, is that your answer? Did you want to say more? She has something she'd like to add.
I think I'm a blabbermouth, but I'd like to thank Daddy right now for everything that he's done for me. And I'd like to say that I appreciate it, Father.
All right, Miss Texas? And now, judges, you have heard our 5 finalists. The decision is in your hands.